All right. So here we are. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, where am I? Okay, I know where I am. I want to add my project. No, actually not here. So I want to add my projects in the test projects folder. Oh, sorry. Too many keys. Test projects. So autocomplete will give me. Okay.
They might not have the option, so maybe create a directory for them.
Yeah. So the directory. So the directory is whatever directory you want. So basically, what I'm doing here is I'm choosing the directory or the folder where I'm going to clone the repo to, the repo that we were just creating a second ago. You guys can have it wherever you want. I would recommend that is in a folder that is accessible, and you should put all your projects there. Otherwise, if you're spreading them around, it's going to get messy. So if you have a folder called projects or something like that, or if you're saving your projects in the desktop or in your documents or in your profile folder.
So if I want to have it on desktop, I will write cd desktop flash and that's it?
Yes.
Okay.
But
It depends where you are.
Don't do it on the desktop because
it's not good. No.
Whatever you have on github.com, the same copy, the same folder structure you want to have in one folder. Because on desktop you have 1,000 other photos and everything else. Don't do it on desktop. Make a folder on desktop.
Yeah, it's good to have a folder, exactly.
Serious stuff on studies and then do it then.
Projects. I mean, projects or test projects. Or, I mean, you guys already have projects, so you can just, if you know where you are storing your projects, you can just put in the same place where you have been cloning your repos. So for example, can be the folder where you clone the homework template, right? You have done that, or so it can be that one. So now, in case we are in doubt, we can always go here, right?
Those comments.
In case we are in doubt, we can always go here.
Actually, they can just type these commands one by one, or maybe you do the same thing.
Yeah. So, what? Where are you? Are you in the folder where you want to create the repo?
You want to be inside a folder that is completely empty.
Is everybody? You not? What's happening?
Maybe they don't know how to create it.
Do you know what is the command to make a directory in Linux? Empty. Empty. If you want to put a new one into this folder, for example, if you want to know what is okay, you have already done that. So you create the video. So now let's see that this you are inside the it's going to be here that you should say that this is linked with your
repository.
Now you are using it. Okay, good.
But you have no idea.
Okay, no.
It's too huge project. So you want to say that you want to get whatever is in this sample repository or whatever this sample is you want to say that whatever is in this core into this project that I have, this folder that I have created. Yeah, so you do this Git, tool, I guess, Git or clone, yeah, Git clone, and the address of the repository.
We can create one. Create one? So we can do it.
Yeah, now you're inside.
So here you can create
But we should have double check with him. After we made this repository, the clone that on our computer is a full
okay, now we have nothing. Okay. So now we can now you are example. Okay, let's go to now we let's go back. You see, always go back. So you don't have to. You want to have it?
The desktop, where you are using
Then you go into
now you have
are you everything good here? Okay, projects, just create this directive and for example, which is the name of the website. Okay, and then you go into the you the same? Yes. Where are you? I mean, you can put your projects wherever you want. Just for example, no, you should name it, don't name it test. Name it sample. So rename it. That's fine, you can just rename it in that. It's easier if you rename it. Just call it sample. S-A-M-P-L-E. No, S-A-M-P-L-E. Somewhere else. And now we're going to on this place. Because it's the name of the group. Okay. We are going to create just it makes it easier.
Okay. How can I navigate to the folder that I made? Doesn't go for it like
where are you? Yeah, because you are in the root ls and you see where you are. You are in the root, so you need to go. You need to go into your
imagine that one day so you already have a different service. Already have another create new folder for new folder. Make sure that the folder is not in the same hierarchy. Because inside HY folder, there are big one, big two. So don't use another folder. Just make a new folder with that folder. Because you are using CD tool, and CD is not change the date.
I don't know how to
CD is not. So you get to don't give it to You'll find me on Slack. Okay, so if you're stuck like this, always press like CD and it will always bring you into PWD when you're in the home directory. Then now you can do CD just then. So if you are lost, just do CD change when you are in your home directory. From home directory, you can go to document.
Let me ask you, do you know how to go to, because it's not able, you went into the root directory? On Windows, I don't know.
If you are lost, just do CD. Then you are in the home directory.
Okay, that's good.
Now you do CD, desktop. So you are on the desktop. And you have tap on the desktop.
No, I have made
So do LS now. It's your choice, but you usually don't do that.
Okay, guys, everything is, yeah?
You know, there's a problem here because I don't know why she's stuck with this.
It's because of the just ignore it because it's from the previous time you created a branch.
Yeah, but what is this? You can close this. Close this. So we are, where is your git page? No, it's not.
Not do it.
Close that one.
Okay.
Close it. Close it. Open that one. Perfect. You are?
You want to be a sample folder.
Yeah.
I know one thing I know how to do it.
You know?
Where is this?
Please don't.
You should not. Yeah, you should not even give because it can give problems. You might not give, but it can give
I'm
problems.
going to remove that.
Yeah, exactly. Because Git is the naming structure that Git uses. They also call it Git. So I don't think it would give an issue, but you could. But so it's better not.
I'm just making sample folder.
Okay. And then go into that. Go into example. And you are there. So, okay, guys, we are hopefully everybody is here.
Make sure that everyone is in the folder of your choice, preferably named as sample.
Yeah.
The folder is empty. So if you type ls, you should see nothing.
Yeah.
And if you type pwd, which is print working directory, your working directory should be sample, or working directory should be the directory that you created. So make sure that you are in that directory, and ls is giving you empty result.
So now that we are here, we are in the sample directory. It's empty. So now what we want to do is, we can see here, right? We can just write git init. So let's do that. Now. So we can write git init. This, as we done before, is the same. It is always the same. It initializes an empty Git repository in the sample. So basically, what it does is actually it creates a hidden folder. So If we do this ls, which is to see what the sample contains, it doesn't contain anything because Git creates a hidden. So in Mac, I'm not sure how it is in Windows. In Mac, when you have dot and the name, this is a hidden folder.
That's it.
Exactly. This is the Git folder. It's hidden. It's created under the hood, and this keeps track of all the history in our repository.
Would you
So-
increase the font please a bit?
More?
Yeah.
How you do that?
Just command plus. It will go.
Ah, okay. That's to zoom in, huh?
Yeah, but it works. If you just do command plus, it will go. Yeah.
Good.
You good like better?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can just remove this. Okay. So now we are in the sample folder, and we have initialized Git. We have initialized a Git repository, right? So now what we're going to do is, for example, here they recommend that you create a README. So we just create. I mean, we can just create a simple file. We can either do it using our development tool. So if you guys want to do it with your development tool, you can just go open, and then you go and open. One second.
I would say we can just use the commands. in
Yes,
the-
you can also. I was going to do that after. Sorry. So you can either choose the sample folder. So in this way, we are now in the new repo that we have created. You can do it this way, and you can now create files here. I would say it's easier and better. You could, of course, also just create a new file here, or a new folder. That is MK. No, okay, this will not work.
No, the same way, like it's in the
It's
browser, echo something and then redirect to a file. So if you go back to the repository sample,
Okay, it's explaining there.
those commands, yeah, just one by one, those commands. The first command, yeah. You guys have this as well, right? On your
Yeah.
repository.
Yeah.
Take one command one by one and copy paste it on the terminal. It will create a file. It will initialize the repository.
Yeah, we have already initialized the repository, right?
Yeah.
So we have already done that. Now we have, by running this command, it basically creates a new file. It's called, no, the file is called readme.md. So now if we do ls, we can see that the file is there, right? As I had done before already. And now, so we have already initialized the repo, right? Have you guys already created a file? Everybody created? So let's see what happens if we write git status. Here it is. So I think it's quite understandable. It says the branch where we are. Master branch. We have used this before, right? This is already not something new for you guys. We are checking the status of our Git repo. So we are on branch master branch. There is no commits. We have not committed anything. There is untracked files. That means, what does it mean there is untracked files?
That's stay.
It's not, they are not tracked because they are not in staging. They are not staged. So this is a new file that we created, and it's untracked. If we want to make it tracked, we need to add it by executing git add and the file name, or git add space dot, which add all files. So, yeah. So in this sense, nothing added to commit, but untracked files present. So it says that no commit has been done, but there is one untracked file. All right. Just to give you an explanation of what, because it's a good principle to read what the system is telling us. Always. We always need to read. I mean, that's the way we communicate, is by listening to what or reading what he's writing. So now, what can we do now? What should we do now?
Stage it if you want to
So let's say we want to commit this file. This is an empty file. We want to commit it. What should we do?
Add it first.
How?
Get on.
How? Git add.
First we should commit that and then we should branch that and then we should pull this. Push
No, don't worry, forget about the branches. Let's not. We are using master branch. We are not going to go creating new branches for now. Let's keep it this way. So we are staying on master branch. We are not going into new branches for now, and we want to commit this. So we need to stage it, right? There's two ways. Either we stage everything by doing this, or we can just do, right? Let's see. Yes, readme. So this will add that file as a staged file, right? So now when you go here, again, we already done this. It's not like it's new for you guys because we've done it, but it's good that you do it so that you can see. So now it's staged. We have not committed anything. That's why it says no commit yet, but changes to be committed. And then it says here, right? It explains everything. It says here, in case you guys actually don't want, let's say it was a mistake. You added that file, but you didn't want to add it. So you can actually, it says there, use git rm, that's to unstage a file, right? So if we do git rm, and then if we do, we probably wouldn't need to, but this one.
It will remove the file.
Oh yeah, you're right.
If you do dash cache,
Yeah.
it will keep the file.
Yeah, we need to follow the syntax there actually. So it's like this. No, it's not. Okay. No,
Just
no.
miss the RM in between
Ah,
before cache.
okay, yeah, right. So git, that's the command is this one. Git rm. Oh, sorry. For sake. All right. So this, what it did, if now we go again to the git status. Git status is a command that you use a lot. We see that the file is again untracked. So let's have a perspective. So here we ran git add, and the file changed to ready to commit. So it was stashed. It was staged. Sorry. So now the file was staged and it was ready to be committed. Changes to be committed. If we had done git commit at this point, this file would have been committed. We did not do it because we wanted to see how to solve the problem of, let's say that we staged the file by mistake. Let's say it was a mistake and I didn't want to stage it. So then we ran this one. Git rm cache dash cache. So this removes this file from being staged. It moves it again to its previous state, which was untracked, right? Or unstaged. So, and now we can see we ran git status again just to confirm that everything went as we expected. And it did went as we expected. We have again, like in the beginning, like before this, an untracked file, which is this. At this point, can we commit this file? Can we commit this file at this point? Because
It's not staged.
it's not staged, exactly. So it's not possible to commit this file at this point. So now we've gone through that, we want to commit it. So let's again add it, right? Let's again add it. We can again confirm that it's there. It is. Everything as it should. So now we're going to commit. Nope. So we are going to give, this is the initial commit, let's just call it initial commit. This is the commit message that we chose for this case. Oh. Initial commit. Alright? So it worked.
What is it doing, this initial commit?
Git commit, it commits our changes. It commits the changes that we
After we do
staged.
the changes, we should commit.
Yeah, if you want to commit it, if you want to commit a change, so well, the point of committing things is that when you do a commit, that event that you just did, the act of committing a piece of code, it's present in the history. So you have committed it, it's there, you can go. For now, if we go here and we can see that we did this commit. You see here, right? The author was me, the time, and the commit message. This is the commit message.
It's like blaming. If you want to blame someone, you can say, you said on this day at that time you promised me to buy a necklace, and now buy me a necklace.
So now we have already some code committed. So basically we have done this, we have committed. Now is this part here. We want, what this does is, this command here, git remote add origin, it adds a remote origin, it adds a remote URL to our local repo. So for example here, if I go here, if I do that, what's going to happen is that, because now for example, if I do this, git remote, nothing is shown, because at the moment I'm not able to push anything. So for example, if I try to push, nothing will happen. You see, it says, it shows me, so I did git push, here it is, it says fatal error, no configured push destination, which means we did not specify a remote URL in order for us to push things to. So you cannot push. It's like I'm sending a letter, but I'm not specifying the address. Yeah.
So that sample for the repository that we made on the GitHub website.
Exactly.
Not still known for the.
Exactly. We have created. We created it here, right?
Yeah.
But I have not.
No idea.
My local, the repository that we created locally, has not been given the right address, so it doesn't know where to. So it gives a problem. So and then it says, it gives you some steps. You can either configure it, which is what we're going to do, or then you could also push it differently. But what we're going to do is we're going to configure it. So what we need to do is basically follow what is there, and you guys should also do that. So yeah, you need to do git remote add origin, and then you just paste. Oh, okay. In this case, you need to go and paste this one. Copy. You can copy just here. Copy. And then paste it here.
Make sure you copy your own username and not his username. Your username /
No, you need to be, if you are in your GitHub profile and in the repo that you created, you just need to press that button. You need to think of nothing else. Alright? So now what happened is, now he's going to tell me something, right? He's going to tell me, now I have an address to send a letter. This is the address. And then this is the same address that we can see here, right? And this is the address that will allow us to push stuff. So now we can push what we did before. So the commit that has the README file, we can push it. Okay, it's what's happening here. You're trying to push, but there is actually no branches in the. So what you need to do, you just need to follow what's there, right? Yeah. This will create a branch, right? Okay, now is that. Okay, I will. 1 second.
Oh, it's an error.
No, never. I can just fix it. Don't mind this because you guys will probably need to. I assume you guys will need to add your credentials, but in my case, I choose not to do it. Oh yeah. Okay. So.
You need to remove the origin.
Yeah, exactly. Git remote. Is it like this? I don't know.
No,
Huh?
with space. Git remote remove
Okay.
the origin.
So what happened here? It's just for you guys to know. It's not that it's important. You don't need to memorize it. But so I realized that I don't want that URL. I want a different URL. So what I'm doing is I'm removing the URL that I previously added, and I'm going to add a new one. And that's it. So I just need to delete this, and I will copy the new URL. And that's it, it's there. So now I'll push it, and it does everything without any problem. So, and now if we go here, so this is the repo that I created. Here it is, master branch with the README file, and the commit message called initial commit.
Hugo, I think we should show them how to create SSH key. Otherwise, they will be lost. Yeah. So,
But that's complicated. That's going to take a long time.
No, it will take 5 minutes. Most.
You're very
If
optimistic.
you cooperate, no?
You're very optimistic.
But
But are you not able to insert your?
they cannot push otherwise, and they cannot see that it's on GitHub.com.
No, to their repo they can.
Yeah.
You just need to insert your credentials, your GitHub username and password.
Yeah, but then you have to do it every time.
Push that.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Username password.
Okay. So search.
You have not tried it. Yeah, because you are
Oh, you have not committed. You forgot to commit. So you need to commit. Git commit. So guys, you can only push things if you have commit. If you are not committed anything, you won't be able to push.
if they don't change their origin, they are not going to be able to push.
Yeah, no, of course. No, wait, you didn't write, you're missing the git. So you commit, as we talked before, you are committing something to your local repo. Of course, then you have to have the origin. You already have the origin, so now let's see what happens. And wait, you need to, I don't know why it takes so much time. It's strange. For some reason.
Yeah, your email address that you use for it. Otherwise, the commit will not let you commit.
Okay, there's something strange here.
Your username for GitHub username is not push.
Okay, you need to log in.
Mahi, this is your ID. Mahi.
Yeah, that's your user.
Mahi.
Here it is.
It needs your password from GitHub. What was your password from GitHub? Because if it doesn't, no, it doesn't write that. It doesn't write that. It just hides that.
It's going to ask for the credentials.
Now type in
Because you have okay, now so you need to put your usually you have the login
just typing only, no.
That is because you see, the origin that you have is this. Okay, this is your view, right?
Yeah, you should reset your password.
It is case sensitive. Should be
Do you know your email address? Is it okay if it's
Maybe it's stored password in her browser, you know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
Settings and the password and then, no?
copy paste from there.
Yeah, it's MacBook.
But
I'm familiar with
I'm
MacBook.
not
There is space.
You can find the password. I lost my password.
You are lucky.
You need to have a look at it. Like what you want.
Oh, you have okay. Then it was.
It's not me, it's the
You are also
technology.
Yeah, that's the same.
They need to know it.
Online banking. Then I found out like,
It's good to have this, but it's also dangerous. Because one thing that I hate about Windows 11 is that
It's shifting surface.
if you, for example, log in on another machine, it syncs everything. And if you log out, it wouldn't remove that. No, it wouldn't remove your addresses if you log out. For example, if you log in your username and password,
Be on this, page.
okay. And then you wouldn't say, so I didn't know that.
Now,
What did you choose? It was your password. What was that? Yeah, it was your password. Yeah, the password that you have to use.
That's why I didn't know.
Is it okay? Now, what was it before?
Password.
Did you change it?
so your username and your
So
password.
it's your
Username for
password.
GitHub.
Ah,
That's the same one.
yeah, but I cannot see it.
What is the?
That's the password.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I need another password.
Sorry, now we can.
But
Say it now. It's your. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but give me a second.
Because you probably already have knowledge. You create SSH key, then you copy SSH key into github.com settings. Yeah. So a lot of people didn't do that. So they cannot. They have to every time authenticate them. SSH key is a way of authentication. You already created a key and pasted it to your friends. Others they have to use different protocols.
What is the language you have to write? The origin, master, and then standard?
Now you can go.
The last, you're looking for the last command, it was git dash u, or is it dash u?
Are you guys able to? Yeah. Okay.
What next?
This is the name of the repository.
The problem is that you guys don't have an SSH key configured on your computer.
I guess we should show them because in another way next class they will be lost.
Okay, let's try to have a look at that. So let's just ignore that. Just you know. Guys, let's try to configure your SSH key. Maybe.
Go to your terminals, your Git bash or your Mac, whatever terminal.
We don't need passwords, I use them.
Nothing, just go to your terminal and we will tell you the command. SSH keygen is the command.
The terminal on the VS Code or terminal of the
Git bash. Git bash terminal or your Mac terminal. And the command will work on both.
Which commands?
One
We will
second.
type in a minute.
But we should in sample branch right now.
You can be anywhere.
Okay.
This command is folder independent.
Okay, what? I've never used that command. How do you?
I can type.
Okay,
this
do it.
command.
Of course not.
So this is the terminal. No, sorry, not Xcode. I'm sorry, I just like to have.
Sure.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Excellent. SSH.
Oh, wait.
I don't know on dash.
Dash.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, you need.
We have something.
Okay. If you are using Windows, then you use .exe. Where is dot? Yeah, .exe. If you are using git bash, then type this command, ssh-keygen.exe. If you are using Mac, then use this command. Don't press enter. Don't press enter. Don't press enter. Hold your horses. Dash.
Wait.
Sorry. Dash T space. There is space after N. Dash T space RSA. RSA. Done? If you type this, press enter. Do you have SSH on your machine?
Yeah.
You do, okay. Okay, now from this point on, I'm not going to mess with his machine.
Exactly.
Because otherwise it will screw up his credentials. But for you guys, just keep on pressing enter.
How many times?
Keep on pressing enter. 3, 4, 5 times. Keep on pressing enter. I will just say
You can.
But why you
No, just ignore that.
del me, and then it will. You can delete it later.
Yeah.
To install it, it's kind of like pushing next.
Wait. What we can do is.
You are